And the scamper that was called back earlier
in the game.
Like a 30-yard scamper was called back.
Yeah, Dennis Dixon was awesome. He played very well. He reminds me of a similar version of Vince Young. But I see this game as a total mismatch. It's very, very one-sided. Pittsburgh might run all over Oakland's defense, even though they have a occasionally semi-good defense. Only on occasion. I think that Pittsburgh, Dennis Dixon's going to get the nod again probably. Start Mendenhall, start Hines Ward, even start Santonio Holmes. Guy's been coming and playing in his zone. So I like Pittsburgh in the spot.
I'll tell you one thing. I haven't seen any wide receiver or just about anybody from Oakland on any of our top.
Hayward Bay caught his first touchdown catch against the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving night. That's about it.
Pick up Hayward Bay. All right, you got Tampa Bay at Carolina. Carolina favored by 6 and reasonably so. But this is one of those division matchups. There's nothing guaranteed about this, and Carolina's been inconsistent, and Buccaneers are starting to come around under this Josh Freeman guy. He's kind of, I don't know, he seems to be like, you remember that movie, Any Given Sunday? And you had that young quarterback come in to the Miami Sharks or whatever. I guess, they were supposed to be the Miami Dolphins. Hey, it could very well be the Tampa Bay Sharks for all I'm concerned. That's the kind of quarterback he is. Seems like he's got a good grasp of the offense, and he runs around a little bit. He's kind of an exciting young player.
He is. He's linked up a couple upsets too in the Tampa Bay season. But Carolina at home, starting Matt Moore at quarterback. Steve Smith, one of the guys that I look forward to having, especially if you have him on your playoff team. Been a big-time disappointment for you guys, but you know what? I think he's coming into his own right now. D'Angelo Williams, I expect a lot more of Jonathan Stewart this year, but it looks like they're a one-team back because Stewart can't seem to get on the playing field because he's always been injured. But I think that Carolina, with hopefully their wide receivers take care of business and they stop all over Tampa Bay. That's my prediction. I like Carolina -6.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good call, I think. We got Tennessee at Indianapolis. The Colts are -7. The Colts refused to lose. They should have lost 2 weeks in a row, okay? They should have lost
8 weeks in a row.
They should have lost to New England.
Yeah, they absolutely should have.
At least the last 2 weeks, okay? The Colts, and we just heard from one of the Colts in the background there, and that they should have lost to New England before the idiot Belichick, 4th down call. And Belichick's not an idiot. Quite simply, I think he's just gone over the edge. I think he's one of those eccentric genius guys that just finally went over the edge. And made a ridiculosity of it, a 4th down call. And then they should have lost, as you mentioned, the Colts should have lost to the Texans last week. And now here they are again, faced with a tough challenge, an upstart Tennessee team.
This is the hottest team in the NFL right now. I'll tell you why. I think Vince Young and Chris Johnson, two of the most fastest guys playing quarterback and running back right now as a dual threat, has really, really picked up their offense. When after they plugged him in, he went on that 99-yard drive. And let me tell you what, Vince Young of old would not have ever done that. Drive down the field 99 yards. This guy is.
He would have been in college, I think. He would have been in college.
But I don't know what's got into this guy. Making unbelievable plays on the field, doing exceptionally well at the quarterback spot. And this is the reason, like I've been saying, that they've won their last 5 games since he started because of Vince Young.
Well, let's be honest. I don't know what got out of him to begin with when he came out of college and then he started some of those NFL games. And then, I don't know, he was doing good last season, but he went mental. So now I guess he probably got some good counseling and got him back together.
Now he's back.
Realized that he is a great quarterback, and that's what he's got to be on the field. So we're looking at New Orleans at Washington.
Here's a tough spot for New Orleans right here. I'll tell you what. They just beat the New England Patriots by a lot of points. They're going into Washington on a short week. Washington's very hungry for a victory. They've been hungry for the past 2 weeks, playing the Eagles and the Cowboys, both devastating losses.
It's going to be a great matchup, Cotton.
I think Washington takes it to the brink, and if they upset this team, I called it, because no NFL team or college football team can do what the New Orleans Saints have done week in and week out on a consistent basis, but they've only had 5 days to prepare for this game in Washington. This is an upset. This has upset written all over the books, and I think that Washington takes it home, and they're playing at home. I think they bring everything they've got onto that field on Sunday. I think Jason Campbell, you get an exceptional effort out of that guy. Rock Cartwright has been doing so well, but honestly, I think it comes down to who wants it more. and the Redskins are going to take care of business on Sunday, and then I'm going to come back on Thursday and say, I told you so.
Well, you know the Redskins are hungry there, Cotton, and I tell you what, that's going to be a great matchup. I think, like you said, New Orleans, and we just covered two teams in a row, the Colts and New Orleans, the two undefeated teams that are looking at possible upsets this week. You know they can't go undefeated all season. The 72 Dolphins won't allow it to happen. Speaking of the 72 Dolphins, now let's look at the 2009 version of the Dolphins. New England, I was hoping that they were going to come off a huge win at the Saints last week before coming into Miami. I was hoping that would happen. That's not going to happen. They're coming off a loss, which means they're going to be hungry for a win. However, the Miami Dolphins, hungry for a revenge win against the Patriots that slaughtered them earlier this season. So we're looking at two things. Something's got to give. New England is only favored by 3. If you had said that, about 5 or 6 weeks ago, nobody would believe you. But the Dolphins are doing good other than the loss to Buffalo last weekend.
Patriots have been playing very well from the get-go, from the time they started the season, when Tom Brady's gotten back from injury. He's finally looking like the Tom Brady of old. I would like to tip my cap to Lawrence Maroney. I kind of said that this guy was done in his career, but he sort of revived himself after the Week 5 victory against the Miami Dolphins. Ran for 100 yards. Their defense is what has been killing them. It's been their Achilles heel all season. I think that, especially on the road, at home they play great. But the one thing that I want to say about the New England Patriots is that this team will not give up. They'll come ready to play. They'll be hungry to beat the Miami Dolphins. I know it's your team. I know they're only getting 3 points, but if you could, I think that in New England, especially after a loss, they don't lose 2 games in a row. And God forbid if they do, you guys can throw it all my way, because I'm going to tell you right now, they're not going to lose 2 games in a row. New England beats up on the Miami Dolphins in Miami.
Of course, I'm going to take the Dolphins in this game. I think they're hungry to prove something. Plus, they have their potential playoff spot at risk here. They know they can come within 1 game of the Patriots by winning this game. I'm surprised that they're not getting more points. I'd like to get at least 7 as a Dolphins taker, but it's kind of ridiculous. I'm only getting 3. Philadelphia is playing at Atlanta, and Philadelphia is giving away 5.5 points. It's kind of hard to believe considering the fact that Atlanta is a winning team.
Michael Vick's homecoming.
And Matt Ryan is injured.
And he's not playing. So I like the Eagles in this game. And like I said, that line would have been a pick 'em game. Now Philadelphia's favored by 5.5. Vick's homecoming. Look for him to score his first touchdown of the year. Guarantee. It's a lock.
Yeah, that is a lock, Cotton. San Diego is playing at Cleveland. There's really not much to say about that, I don't think. And Dallas and New York Giants. This
is a great game. High scoring. River points.
Very interesting game there. I think you got to start all your guys there. And Minnesota playing at Arizona. That's a really intriguing game too, to tell you the truth, Cotton, because both of these are good teams, playoff bound. But Arizona's got to be a little bit more hungry right now. We got to see if Kurt Warner comes back from that injury this year.
And the Monday night game, Baltimore Green Bay, is gonna be awesome. Let's not forget about how well Brett Favre plays on Monday night. But
I think our time is up, Cotton.
Our time is definitely up. For Doug Cook, I'm Rob Castro. Thanks again for watching another exciting edition of Fantasy Football Review.